Okay, so our next presenter is a semi-retired clinical neurologist. He graduated from the University of Minnesota and Minneapolis Medical School in 1977 and completed a neurology residency at Mount Sinai Medical Center in New York City in 1983. And he's been had an eclectic approach to medicine, studying osteopathy, acupuncture, chiropractic kinesiology, oxidative medicine, nutrition science, trigger point therapy, in addition to neurology. His presentation will be a synthesis of observations, ideas, and theories he had developed over the last 40 years. Please welcome Dr. Bagley.
The thoracic spine has 12 vertebrae, and it also has 12 ribs. So each vertebra is a section of the spine, of the thoracic spine. So there's two principles here. One is that there's a vertical axis in the body that is formed by the spine. And the other principle is the spine is segregated into horizontally oriented segments that control their own territory in the body. The spine is formed in the embryo by a cartilage rod that is called the notochord. So that's the only word I want you to learn today. And otherwise, I'm not going to get too technical with the anatomy. It's all based on this horizontal vertical pattern. This is your gastrointestinal tube, and that's also layered in the outer layer is the fascia. So you can see there's layers within layers within layers. So you don't need to know all that stuff to understand the connective tissue, which is where the meridians are. The meridians are in the connective tissue. Buckminster Fuller had this idea that energy always finds the most efficient structure. And some people have said that the gastrointestinal tube is a torus. That would be the circular structure on the left. It's a donut shape because it has a hole on one end and a hole on the other, but it's kind of an elongated donut. The figure in the middle is a torus that's enveloped by a cuboctahedron. Buckminster Fuller, that's probably his favorite geometric form. It has an interesting shape because you can create a tube there, like the gastrointestinal tube, but it also has 3 zones on each side, and I'm going to try to show that that's the same pattern that the meridian has. So I have this theory that the meridians, the vertical lines, are formed by the vertical pattern generator. But the points are located at the intersection of the vertical and horizontal pattern generators. The Taoism came up with the yin-yang theory that the opposites. The brain is a yang structure, although the brain is not very well discussed in Chinese medicine. They seem to have just kind of ignored it for some reason. They talk about all the other internal organs, but there's no meridian named after the brain. Extensor muscles that hold you up against gravity and straighten your arms and your joints are yang. That's going to be important. I'm going to show how the border between extensor muscles on the back of the body and flexor muscles on the front form a boundary that's very well defined, and that boundary is where the meridians pass in the anatomy. Also, I want to point out these. They always show the meridians and the acupuncture points as if they were on the skin, but they're not on the skin. You have to go into that second layer, the soma, where the muscles and ligaments are, to get to the meridian system.